Stanley, hey, congratulations for Vanguard.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. So, where did you get the inspiration to make Vanguard this time around?
Actually, I came up with the idea around 10 years ago. And that's because the story needs to travel 5 countries and 9 cities, and I wouldn't be able to raise the fund at that time because the market is not, for a Chinese movie, the market is not big enough. And lucky finally, I got to raise the budget to shoot this movie. Action adventure with comedy is like always my favorite, but like action adventure, that means you have to have a great new action sequence. At the same time, you also have to have great exotic location, and also you have to have fun character. And so it's been a great challenge for me to do this movie. And you always have to came up with a reason why have the action sequence, why they fight, and what is the background, what is our character. So I came up with the private security company Vanguard. Is actually it's a new business that because China have a lot more business with the whole world right now, and there's a lot of areas that you need private security protection. So that's why I choose that instead of police story that we used to make, I choose a private security company.
Absolutely. Now, for those people who don't know, how long does it take to prepare all these stunt sequences? What is it, months or is it years?
Well, it's quite difficult because like we shot in 5 countries and 9 cities, and one after the other within 6 months. So that means we have to organize and collaborate with 6 film crew unit, like the film crew from London, Europe, and from Africa, from India, from Middle East, and also from China. So we have to be organized that, and every location, like in the London, that we have to have the fighting sequence, during the parade, the Chinatown, New Year parade, and with the dragon dancing, where Yang falling into. We have some car chase, over there in the city that you have to prepare for a long time because the permission is a big problem. And then the whitewater and sequence, and actually in the Victoria Falls sequence, we not only have to organize to shoot in the location because they build a big dam, and the dam, if they don't release water, the waterfall will be small instead of such a huge waterfall that you have to make a lot of connection. When we shoot in Dubai, we actually have 2 real SWAT team on set to help us, and then we have the maximum that day. I think we have about 80 policemen, help us to block, 6 intersection for one car chasing, shot.
Yeah.
And eventually we chase inside the Dubai Mall, the biggest mall in the world, and they never allowed, production shooting like that in action sequence inside the mall. And we have to, prepare a lot of things, not only just how to do the stunt work, how to make it, exciting, but for the background, in order to come up with that, the production have a big challenge. And since, making movie always don't have enough time, don't have enough budget,
This is your sixth collaboration with Jackie Chan. How did you want to approach him this time around, since this is a new year and this is a new decade for his career?
Well, it's this year for us is our 30th anniversary that we work together, you know, and I always want to come up with something new for him. You know, the first time we worked together is Police Story, you know, and 345, you know, and Rumble in the Bronx Plus, you know, and then we also have The Myth, which is action adventure, you know, like treasure hunting, like the 12th Zodiac, Chinese Zodiac, yeah, and Kung Fu Yoga,
Mhm.
and so that's why I want to come up with something new, and instead of strictly like hunting treasure, that we have the private security company not only act as the policeman protecting people, saving hostage, but at the same time and discovering lost treasure. The treasure is the goal, but at the end of the day, the format of the goal is inside a car. You know, the whole car frame with gold. The idea that I have is when I shot the movie Kung Fu Yoga in Dubai, and I have a friend's friend owns a gold car,
Oh,
which cost 20 million US dollar. You know, you know, the whole car frame with gold, you know, solid gold. So the cost is about 20 million US dollar, you know. So it depends on how big is the car. If your Humvee will be much more heavier.
did you get a chance to drive that car?
Yeah, I got a good look, and I have a special stunt driver to drive it, and it was very exciting, you know, and I just want to share, you know, something, you know, with the audience. For what I've seen is exotic that I want to share the audience, and also for the scene that they saved the hostage in Middle East, that city is 1,010 years old.
Wow.
It's been built by the Afghanistan immigrant, you know, 1,000, you know, 100 years ago. And the scenes that we save Yang, save the hostage, you know, that location is actually a museum itself.
Wow. And this time around you also had a chance to work with live animals. Was that an enjoyment?
I enjoy it, but I hate it. You know, it takes a lot of time, you know, and for some part that we can shoot live, and some part that we have to animation, and that is the hard part of it, you know. But I like working with animals, you know, and I like to take the challenge, and they are quite nice. That lion belongs to the Princess of Dubai.
Excellent. As I'm starting to wrap things up on my end over here,
Yeah.
do you think there will be ever the next Jackie Chan, or do you think he's too unique to be replaced in the industry?
Well, I don't think anyone can replace Jackie Chan. You know, like he's so unique, and that's only one Jackie Chan. You know, he's very smart, and he deliver not only great action, but he's a great actor himself, and he also a great stunt coordinator. That he knows how to work with the story, work with his character. And I'm glad that I have a great chance to working with him for so many years, and I learned so much from him. I don't think that there will be another Jackie Chan. You will have maybe another new action star, just like you have Jet Li, you have Donnie Yen, yeah, and you have Wu Jing, and you also have Tony Jaa. You know, they all are action star, but they all have their own style. You know, for Jackie Chan to action comedy style, I think he's the king. Just like Michael Jackson, you couldn't find anyone to replace him.
How 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 was it working with the younger stars in this film?
I enjoy working with Yang Yang. You know, he's a one handsome young actor that I've found in China. I like him a lot, and he never worked on an action film before, so that's why he spent a lot of time, you know, give me time to train him up, you know, and so we have the Jackie Chan stunt team to train him, and also Muchimiya, you know, and then she's used to be the yoga master, and then I train her MMA fighting. I train her cast downs and also, you know, free diving, and so it took 3 years for her to learn the stuff, and also to learn acting and learn English, and to come up with a young star is quite difficult. I have the pressure to work with Michelle Yeoh since 1986.
Hmm.
When I was the assistant stunt coordinator, I'm the one who trained her. And then after that, then she worked with me on Police Story 3 Super Cop. And since then, I never really seen a young, you know, action star that can can compare with Michelle. So I think it's the same. There's only one Michelle Yeoh. And now, and Muchimiya, I think she have her own style, and she's different. And I hope that she'll be the young action star, you know, for the world as well.
I've read somewhere that back then you used to try out all the stunts. Can you still do that today, or you leave it to the professionals?
I leave it to my stunt coordinator. Leave it to them, you know, to do that. And but this time I still go down to the white water to test the water for Mia. And because like I know it's very dangerous, and because I require her not wearing, you know, the protection because of the story, you know, and no helmet, you know, no gloves, and so I feel bad about that, you know, to how to treat a female actress, you know, into the real white water, you know. So then I start to jump down myself to test the routine and test the speed of the water for her, because you know when you see the white water, that means it's not so deep,
Mm.
quite it's quite you know, and so you might hit the rocks. You don't know what kind of rocks underneath, you know, and if you are missing hit the head, then it will be gone. So that's why for the routine, for the routes that she goes down, and I went down and tested for her, and but after I came up, you know, it took me 15 minutes to take my breath back. I was I've been about 15 minutes before I'm coming back, you know, and well, I hope I don't need to do any of that, you know, for my next film.
Excellent. And I was first introduced to your films with Rumble in the Bronx, and since then I have watched every single movie of yours. What do you think is the secret of success for your movie here in the United States?
Well, I think action movie is worldwide, you know, and story wise, I try to make it simple, you know, because to watch that kind of action adventure, you know, I think the audience will be focused on, you know, what's new sequence, or what kind of new story, new characters, you know, that we deliver. Do we have some exotic location? Do we have some fun, you know, funny moment? And do we have some very exciting and memorable action sequence? I think this is what the audience want. So I try to deliver that, and every time that I will never repeat a single action sequence that I've done before. So this time I have the whitewater sequence, you know, and I have the go-kart chasing sequence into a shopping mall, and then we have the 1,100 years old, you know, ancient city, you know, that we have to save the hostage. So all of that is a great challenge to me, you know, as a producer, also as a director.
And I loved all of it. But one last thought before I let you go, because because you are planning to release this film worldwide, but in China, the market is open, or you know, because they have it under control. But in the United States, we're still going to be very limited. How does it feel about that? That you won't have U.S. competition against your movie?
Well, I feel that because of the pandemic, you know, a lot of people been very depressed, you know, and not happy. You know, also the economy, everything is like that. And but to enjoy yourself, to have fun, I think a movie ticket is still the cheapest way. And also because of pandemic, no one can go out traveling to other country. So when you come to the theaters to watch Vanguard, that you can enjoy, you know, a very good, you know, like tour to 5 countries, 9 cities. And I hope the audience will be happy. You know, it's like action comedy. You know, it's bring happiness to the audience. You know, it's don't take it too serious. It's a popcorn movie. It's an action adventure. You know, and just enjoy the ride. You know.
Excellent. Well, hey, thank you very much for speaking with me. I really appreciate it, because I think you're one of the best Chinese directors out there in the industry today.
No, thank you, thank you,
Thank you.
thank you
Bye
so
now.
much.